Hey, my fire squad, this is FireandAirTarot with your 4-element readings for the month of June. Just need to share this out. Hey, Buckeye, how are you? I'm going to start off with fire, then go to water, and then go to air and earth. I'm glad to hear that, Buckeye. I'm good too. Hey, Kid Wonder, how are you? Share it out to one more spot. It will be good to go. Hey, change for $1, how are you? Hey, Amy, how are you? What messages do we have for all our fire signs? Aries, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What messages do we have for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the month of June? We have the Two of Cups in the upright. Looks like we're getting some kind of an offer. What other messages do we have for all our fire signs? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What messages do we have for all our signs? What's going on in the present situation for our fire signs for the month of June? You have the Emperor in the upright, which is a sign of Aries, for your present situation. And then you have, for your course of action, you have the Ten of Cups in the upright. What's going on for our hopes and fears for our fire signs, please? going on for the fire signs? Their hopes and fears. What's going on for the hopes and fears for the fire signs, please and thank you. The Hermit in the upright was on your hopes and fears. What's the outcome for our fire signs, please? What's the outcome for our fire signs? Hey, Savvy, how are you? Hey, Ariel, how are you? You have the Seven of Cups in the upright for our outcome. What is our overall energy for our fire signs, please? What is the overall energy for our fire signs, please? Hey, Shay's World, how are you? That's fine. I appreciate you for coming, Shay. What's the overall energy? Hey, Expect, how are you? Thank you. Two. Three. And once I'm done with these, I will put timestamps for each element. So that way, if you guys want to go back and listen to your sign, you can just hit that timestamp and just go straight to it. If anybody's missed it. And last one. Right now you're dealing with some burdens is what I'm feeling. You have the Ten of Swords in the upright. You're taking on too much for your overall energy. I appreciate you, Expect. Hey, Fern, how are you? Our fire signs has two major arcanas in our reading, and that's the Emperor and the Hermit. we're going to start off with our overall energy, which is Ten of Swords. Like I was saying, you guys are taking on too many things at the moment. The Ten of Swords in the upright. Despite the lowest point of a situation or person's rock bottom, it's necessary for something to end in order to give away, to change a new beginnings. It can also mean that a person is feeling like a victim. This card portrays a woman stricken by 10 swords, face down and bloody in the snow. Although this card may seem bleak, the clouds in the dark skies are parting to give away the sunlight, indicating hope. And your past, you have the Two of Cups and the upright. Hey, Pure Healer, how are you? Thank you for showing up, Pure Healer. I'm doing the 4 element readings. I'm still on the fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have the Two of Cups in the upright. The Two of Cups is much like the Lover's card, representing a connection or attraction or a common bond. It could be marriage, a union, deep friendship, or a partnership. The Two of Cups can also represent a truce or forgiveness, someone close to you. This card portrays a man and a woman sharing their emotions. Excuse Alexa back there. She has a notification, and that's my moonstone. Okay, the Two of Cups is much like the Lover's card, represents a connection, attraction, or a common bond. It could be a marriage or a union, a deep friendship or partnership. The Two of Cups can also represent a truce or forgiveness, someone close to you. This card portrays a man and a woman sharing their emotions as represented by their cups. The feelings is one of a romantic or sexual attraction. And then in your present situation, you have the Emperor and the upright. You're a Sagittarius, Ariel? That's cool. I'm an Aries, so we're both fire signs. And we have the Emperor for our present situation, which is the Emperor, which is Aries card, which you can tell by the horns on his little hat that he has on there. It gives a little ram. This Emperor is structured, protected, and authoritative. The Emperor is an ultimate guardian and holding an ancient staff at his right hand. The symbol of life everlasting, the Emperor balances an orb on his left, representing the world. He rules and protects. The eagle carries another orb, representing the power, dominance, and vision of the Emperor. A crown bearing the horns of a ram, a symbol asserted as intelligent, adorns the Emperor's head. He stands sure-footed, protecting his domain. You're a Leo? That's cool. Hey, PB, how are you doing? I'm doing the 4 element readings. I am on fire still, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then your course of action is the 10 of Cups and the upright. I understand that. It's hot in Florida too. Almost ridiculously hot. The 10 of Cups is a card of joy, peace, fulfillment, happiness, and family. It is a perfect blending of love and friendship. It is the accumulation of their relationship. Beginning with the 2 of Cups, it's truly the card of happily ever after. In this card, the mother cuddles her baby close to her cheeks and further holds them both, looking at them adoringly. There are in a scenario setting surrounded by cups, pure abundance, and unlimited blessings. And if any of our fire signs are not resonating with any of these messages, they can toss out whatever does not resonate with them and just keep what does. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you. Hey, Country Ghetto, how are you? I'm doing the 4 element reading, which is, I'm on the fire signs right now, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then in our hopes and fears, we have the Hermit and the upright. The Hermit in the upright represents retreat from the world in solitude to search within oneself for a deeper meaning. It is time to put projects on hold, get rid of distractions, and concentrate on introspection and meditation in order to reevaluate one's goal. Or current path. The hermit is portrayed sitting alone on a mountaintop, gazing down at the world below in order to gain a greater perspective and a deeper understanding of the universe. Thank you, Pure Healer. I appreciate you. And then in our outcome, we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is a card of imagination, dreams, and flights of fantasy. This card indicates that the person in question is scattering their energies or is dealing with too many options. It represents living in a dream world, avoiding responsibilities, creating illusions. This card portrays a woman hitching a ride on the back of a dragon. As she flies, a spirit offers her a cup, but she doesn't reach for it. She refuses to touch ground and face her true emotions. She's perfectly content where she remains, flying through the clouds. Hey, hey, NFL Saint, how are you? Hey, Luke, how are you? Oh, thank you, Lucia. I appreciate you. You're amazing, sis. I'm doing the 4 element readings, which is fire, water, air, and earth. I am on fire right now still, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And like I was saying, if you've missed your sign, which I'm still on Aries, I will have, once it's uploaded, I will have timestamps so you can go straight to your element if you want. Yes, friend. The beginning of the month, I believe you're new to my channel, right? Hey, Kingstas. Sorry, King Tosh Family Vlogs. Welcome to my live. But as I was saying, friend, at the beginning of the month, I do the 12 element readings, which for live, I'll go through each sign, and I start with Aries. I go Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So then mid-month, I do the 4 elements, and I do fire, water, air, and earth, and that's what I'm doing today. And I try to do it around this time of the month. Sometimes I do it at night, sometimes I do it during the day. It just depends on when I feel like doing it. Yes, let's see something real quick. That's what I thought it was. What does our fire signs need to focus on, please, and thank you? Well, that's too many cards. But we'll take the 2 of Wands. That was popped out that one. Hello, Little Red. How are you? Yes, I do. I did private readings. My email is in my About Me page if you want a personal reading. And I actually do have to do some videos on the rest of the signs. That I haven't gotten to yet. But what we need to focus on is I focus on what I want and make it happen. That's the 2 of Wands. And the stone it has is garnet. The 2 of Wands and crystal is garnet, meaning makes plans, looking ahead. This 2 sees you focusing on your next step. You may be in the process of making a decision. The card often appears in a reading to signify the planning stage of a project and can relate to specifically to travel. You may be in decision with others to schedule a trip or otherwise find a way to expand your horizons in a relationship. Creative and romantic partnerships are favored. You're connected with someone who sees the world as you do. So you need to focus on making plans and looking ahead, is what I'm getting. You may be planning a project or something also. And like I said, whatever's not resonating with you guys, you can just toss into the trash and just take in what does resonate with you. But that is what our fire signs need to focus on. What angel messages do we have for our fire signs? What angel messages do we have for all our fire signs, please and thank you? Hey Starden, how are you? Thank you, Little Red. What angel messages do we have for all our fire signs, please? For mid-month of June. I'm doing good, Starden. What messages do we have for all our signs? Hey, Oracles and Bayan, how are you? Okay. I wasn't sure. That's all right. What messages do we have for all our signs? Okay, that's too many. I'm gonna go through those though and see what's we need to do that. Thinking about that one. That could be a good one too. I'm only gonna take one. I'm going with number 19. Whoops. I didn't mean to throw that. I'm going with number 19. For our angel message. Would have been a disaster. That would have been a mess too. Okay, we have number 19 angel. Be confident in your choices, knowing you have done your best. Each day brings a change of circumstances, and we each do the very best we can at the time. Don't look back and criticize yourself. You can't reproduce the situations of the past and how you felt at the time. Do your very best you can do. Be the very best you can be, knowing that we are your angels are helping you as much as we can. Be kind to yourself. You're welcome, Cassie. What moon messages do we have for all our fire signs? What moon messages do we have for all our fire signs? Please and thank you for mid-month. What moon messages do we have? Hey, Friday Caveman, how are you? I have a new setup over here. Hey, Luke Guy Gaming, how are you? I'm doing the 4-element reading. I am still on Aries. I'm still on our fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And if you are a fire sign, I will have timestamps in here once it's uploaded. What messages do we have for all our fire signs? Please and thank you. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. Full moon in Capricorn. Hey, TMV, how are you? The end of the tough cycle is approaching. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head. When this card comes up, if you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless with a love question. This card can be call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. What butterfly messages do we have for our fire signs for mid-month? I'm doing good, DMV. Thank you, DMV. I appreciate you. Hey, Coco, tell them, how are you? I'm doing the 4 element readings for whoever just came in for mid-month, which is fire, Aries, fire, water, air, and earth. I'm on the fire sign still, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What messages we have from the butterflies about our fire sign situation? What messages we have for all our fire signs? I'm not feeling leaving. I'm going to get some rest. Card that came out is get some rest. Get some rest. This card comes to you because your energy and mood haven't been as high as you'd like. You've been pushing yourself to keep going, even when you're tired. Now is the time to balance your busy times with some relaxation. This is the natural cycle of all living beings, so there is no need to feel guilty because you'll know get some much needed rest. During your naps and non-cultural cycle, do pay attention to insight that comes to you. After all, when you are asleep, so is your ego. Make it much easier for the divine messages to reach you. Pay attention to your body's signals, which may be calling you for change in your life, diet, or lifestyle, and exercise program. If you still feel tired and drained after resting, sometimes seeing a licensed healthcare or mental health professional is the best path to recovering your energy and your enthusiasm for life. Start delegating to others and asking for help. Accept it when it's offered. Detox from an energy depleting substance. Feng shui your bedroom for optimal sleep. Detach from whatever you've been chasing and give it a rest. Hey Rice, how are you? Hey Nini, how are you? I'm doing the 4 element reading, which is fire, water, air, and earth. I'm on the fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sag. I have the last message for our fire signs. What messages do we have for all our fire signs? What messages do we have for all our fire signs, please and thank you? What messages do we have for all of our fire signs? The card that came out for us is Athena, Inner Wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take opportunities, actions without delay. I'm happy to assist you. However, you'll be most thrilled when you first consult your own inner bank of knowledge, for I assure you that this is the situation is already resolved and that you have access to all the wisdom that the universe supplies. To access this wisdom, you must quiet your minds, surrender all worries and other concerns to the loving and unlimited power of the universe. Close your eyes and note that the thoughts and feelings that come streaming into your consciousness. If you like, you can ask me to give you a signal that you've heard your inner wisdom correctly. But have faith. I assure you that you have heard and that the guidance brings you and your loved ones very good news indeed. Stop procrastinating. Stop giving away your power to others. Trust your gut. Don't second guess yourself. You're correct. Notice recurring ideas and take actions on them. And those were our messages for all our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You can hear my daughter singing in the background. I apologize. She's in the next room. Hey, Beau Kid Boy in Chicago. How are you? Welcome to my live. I'm doing the 4 element readings. I just finished fire, and if you are one of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, when it uploads, I will have timestamps in the reading for all the different elements for whoever missed their sign. And we are on to our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What messages do we have for all our water signs? Please and thank you. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is going on with their situation? What is going on in the past for them? What's going on in the past? They have the Hermit in the upright for the past. You're Aquarius. You are an air sign, which will be next. I am on waters. But we have the water signs have the Hermit in the upright, as I was saying. And then in your present situation, I feel like you're dealing with a Leo. You have the Prince of Wands in the upright. You have that little Leo on his shield right there. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's your present situation is the Prince of Wands in the upright. What is going on for the course of action for all our water signs? Please and thank you. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is the Star in the upright? You are wishing for something is what I'm getting for all our water signs. Because the Star card is the wish card. And so far, you have 2 major arcanas in your reading, which is the Hermit and the Star. Maybe you're wishing for the Prince of Wands. Or wishing for the Leo to come through. This is in our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, hopes and fears. The Prince of Pentacles in the upright. And Nini, I'm doing, hey Destroyer, welcome to my live. Nini, I am doing the water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And hello, Destroyer. As I was going to say, is I'm doing the 4 element readings, and I am on water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I have already done the fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you are a fire sign, you will have to wait for the video to upload if you missed your sign. And timestamps will be, after it's uploaded, timestamps will be put in the description of the video. So you can just skip to your own sign. And like I said, in the hopes and fears for our water signs, we have the Prince of Pentacles in the upright. What is the outcome for all our water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, please. What is the outcome for all our water signs? Thank you, Coco. I appreciate you. What messages do we have for all our water signs? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles in the upright for the outcome. Okay, Neely, thank you. I appreciate you. What is the outcome, or sorry, what is the overall energy for our water signs? Please and thank you. What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy for our water signs? What is the overall energy for the water signs, please? Five. And two. Oh, that's an airplane. Like, what is that sound? Three. 4. And 5. Overall energy is the 9 of Cups in the upright. The 9 of Cups. The sun shines. A young man approaches a beautiful woman, meaning happiness, wealth, material, advantage, success, physical and well-being, imperfection, indifference, lack of sensitivity. In your past, you have the Hermit in the upright, which is a major arcana. If you just heard my stomach growl, I do apologize. Thank you, Pure Healer. I appreciate you. The Hermit in the upright lives in the mountains, and his feet, a light in form, of a lantern, meaning selections, solitude, wisdom, cleverness, distance, discernment, self-control, discipline, awareness, guidelines, reliability, and loneliness. And in your present situation, you have the Prince of Wands in the upright. The Prince of Wands is a young man with a shield, which reflects a lion, meaning strong, righteous, noble, humorous, impulsive, friendly, proud, committed, romantic, intelligent, judges with prejudges, sorry, and intolerable. And then in your course of action, you have the Star card, which is another major arcana. The Star card is, it is night. A nude beauty and a flamingo stands at the border of the lake. A mighty star shines in the sky, meaning beauty, inspiration, hope, brilliance, clarity, to give and take, unconventional dreams, and resonation. And then in your hopes and fear, you have the Prince of Pentacles in the upright. The Prince of Pentacles is self-confident, a young man. There is a bull on a cliff behind him, meaning perseverance, inventions, reliable, ready to help, solid, true, methodical, practical, patient, stubborn, empathetic, limited, miraculous are all meanings of the Prince of Pentacles. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. And that is a woman looks down at a rose, which is surrounded by 8 pentacles, meaning wisdom, reason, skills, humbleness, cleverness, fulfilling work, ambition, vanity, and greed. Hey D-Lo, how are you? Thank you for joining my live. This is, excuse me, I need a drink. This is the 4-element reading, which is fire, water, air, and earth. I am on water. If you were a fire sign, you missed out on that reading, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You will be able to watch the video after it uploads for the sign that you missed. And also, if you are missing the water sign, there will be a timestamp in the video after it is uploaded. So that way you can just go to whatever sign you are. What does our water signs need to focus on? Try that again. What does our water signs need to focus on? Please and thank you. The 10 of Wands. I love and care for myself first. Let's see what the 10 of Wands tells us. The 10 of Wands crystal is garnet. You're being overwhelmed. You're losing sight of a goal. The 10 is the card of burdens. You may be at a point at which you feel that it is impossible to reduce your workload and responsibilities. However, with so much upon you, you risk losing perspective as you become too absorbed in the detail. Most generally, this card can also show cluttered thinking and the need to simplify. This message is to prioritize. You may get more done if you commit to fewer people or projects. This may mean managing external demands at work, for example, in relationships, not taking on others' problems as your own. So you need to focus. Our Cancer, or sorry, our water signs need to focus on caring for yourself first. Is what I'm getting. You need to try to reduce your workload. Is what I'm also getting. You need to prioritize things in a better you need to prioritize things better, is what I'm getting. You also need to make fewer commitments, is what I'm also getting. Maybe to people or projects. And whatever's not resonating with you, you can just toss into the trash and just take in what does resonate with you. What angel messages do we have for all our water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, please. What messages do we have for all our water signs? What messages do we have for all our water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, please. What messages do we have for the water signs from our angels? What messages do we have? Okay, I'm getting number 10, angel. Problems are usually opportunities in disguise, is what wants to come out. Need to move you over here. Number 10 angel. Problems are usually opportunities in disguise. Try not to panic when faced with new or seemingly difficult problems. Although things might not turn out the way you want originally planned, you might be pleasantly surprised at the outcome. Ask for our help. Change can be frightening because you may have to learn something new, or there may be things you don't understand at first. Open your heart. Change can also be exciting and bring wonderful new opportunities into your life. Onward and upwards. What moon messages do we have for all our water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, please. What messages do we have for all our water signs for the mid-month of June? What messages do we have for the mid-month of June for all our water signs, please and thank you? What are the messages for all our water signs? What messages do we have? What messages do we have for all the water signs? What messages do we have? That's too many. But we are going to look and see what's popping out. Might feel that one. I'm still feeling that one though. I'm only going to take one. I'm feeling that one too. I'm feeling that. Okay. So those, I gotta look there one more time. Thank you, Boy Chicago. I appreciate you. Actually, I lied. I'm going to take two because I'm feeling those two. I'm feeling that one before this one. I know with our fire signs only took one card of each, but for some reason I'm feeling both of these cards strongly. So there must be, excuse my dog, my husband must be home. But the first moon message that's coming out is you're very close to achieving your goals. Gibson moon. I was feeling very strongly on this one. Thank you, Boy Chicago. I appreciate you. You're very close to achieving your goals, Gibson Moon. If you hold on just 1 minute, I know he's going to come in and be loud when he comes in, so hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. As I was saying, the first moon card that's coming out is you're very close to achieving your goals. Which I was feeling very strongly on this one. So it must be a message for somebody. Actually, I was feeling very strongly on both of these cards. Just need to find. Must be in the front of the book, I think. Yeah. The word Gibson means belugan. What's a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is belugan with possibilities and coming to a peak. But it isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there's also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. So don't push too hard. One flash move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. I know that I am on the right track. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. And then the second card I was really drawn to was have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end. A step along the way, as they say. In the self-help classic, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take a practical step, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. I am focused on what I want. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold. Dig a little deeper to find more courage. And like I said, whatever messages are not resonating with you guys, you can just toss into the trash and just take in what does. Thank you, Pure Healer. I appreciate you. What messages do we have for our butterfly? What messages do we have from the butterflies for all our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, please? What messages do we have for all our water signs about their situation? What messages do we have for all our water signs about their situation, please, and thank you? What messages do we have for all the water signs? Voluntary. Right. And once again, if you can hear my daughter singing, I apologize. Voluntary. Sometimes volunteer work is the best method of affecting change related to an issue that you're passionate about, and also of exploring a new potential career and meeting like-minded friends. This card is guiding you to volunteer in a way that is meaningful for you. Remember that remember that when you give, you also receive. You can't outgive the universe. Donate items, help a person in need, volunteer to become on a committee, prayer for God to assign you where you're most needed. The Volunteer State, Tennessee. Hey JJ601. I know I have to fix that. But this is like the best possible lighting that I have in here. What messages do we have for and I can't necessarily do my readings at night because I try to, but like my husband doesn't appreciate me doing them. We all have our separate rooms, and he sleeps in this room, and my daughter sleeps in that room, so it's like I'm between the two rooms that have the best lighting. What messages do we have for our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? So I'm kind of playing around with different angles, and kind of like this angle, but you do have a very good comment about that, because when I do look at the computer, it does bother me. There's not really, I haven't figured out a way to fix that yet, but I will be working on that. But thank you for that comment, JJ601. And the card that came out for our goddess messages are 3 and sorcerers. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. A large part of my power stems from nature. As you've been indoors too long, you can recapture your personal power by simply stepping outside. The simple motion will do you a world of good. In reawakening, you're sleeping, magical spiritual nature, allowing the light of the sun, the moon, and the stars to stir ancient memories that may be dormant. Recall the times of your magical abilities, and then you put to use immediately for the good and the entire planet. Resume the mission that once was aborted through the misdeeds of past time leaders. Take up on your spiritual arms and move with swift speed into the light, awakening one and all of the magic that is life itself. This is a mission that must be accomplished, and excuse me, you're the one who can help us with it. Have absolute faith in your dreams as manifested. Make a clear decision. Put your energy into manifesting your dreams. Know that you deserve to receive good. When you win, others win too. Keep your thoughts focused on your desires and away from fear. And those were our messages for all our water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we are on to our air signs. Thank you, JJ601. I appreciate you. Yes, I did know that. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to... And people like this view better than my side view. And I'm liking it a little bit better also. But it makes me have to use my phone so I can see the comments because I can't... My eyesight is not very good, so I can't read far away. And that's where I have my laptop set up. Air signs. I'm going to have this deck. Uh-oh. And we're on to the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis. Let me say something. If that's a little better. Still that little boy right there. It is what it is. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis, please. What messages do we have for all our air signs? We have the 9 of Wands in the upright for our air signs. And it looks like we're dealing with a Leo because of the lion laying next to this lady in this card. But that is in your past situation? What other messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, please. What messages do we have? What's going on in the present situation for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What messages do we have? What messages do we have for all our air signs? Please and thank you. What messages do we have? The Page of Cups in the upright is in our present situation. Yes, we just started with the Air Boys Chicago. Which is Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis. And I know that there's still that glare. I tried to move my table and my laptop a little bit over this way, and it's still a little bit of a glare. But I'll have to try to figure something out. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, please. Thank you, Pure Healer. But I know that there's that one glare right here and that in this one spot because of this window. And I never really had a curtain up in here or a drape because we just never got that far in here. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis. So it's not like I could close a blind or a curtain. Maybe I can rig something. I don't know. I'll think about it. What messages do we have? The Eight of Wands in reverse is our course of action. Okay, Nene, thank you. I appreciate you. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse for our course of action. What is in the hopes and fears? Nine of Pentacles and the upright. For your hopes and fears. What messages do we have for the outcome for all our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, please? What messages do we have for all our air signs, please and thank you? What messages do we have for all our air signs? What messages we have for the air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What is the outcome for mid-month of June? And seriously, if you can hear my daughter singing, I do apologize. I'm not feeling those two cards. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The Queen of Cups in the upright is our outcome for our air signs. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What is the overall energy for all our air signs for mid-month of June? What is the outcome or overall energy? What is the overall energy? Five. 1. 2. If everything goes all right tonight, and these two go to bed early, and I can be a little bit quiet in here, or maybe I can do a 3. I can try to do a depending on how things go though tonight. 4. Free readings that I do. I haven't done that in a while. 3. 4. I think I've lost track. That may have been 5, but I'm going to go with one more. 5. Also have to find something that's not gonna get all weird on me for a little tablecloth. This moves around so much it drives me nuts sometimes. The cards get trapped up in there. And the overall energy is the 6 of Pentacles in the upright. Overall energy is the 6 of Pentacles. There are no major arcanas in this reading. The 6 of Pentacles in the upright It is a card of giving and receiving, and the forms of material possessions, loan, or possible knowledge, advice, or emotional support. It can also, this card can also have a mentor of or benefactor and recipient. The woman is harvesting the fruits of the labor and shares the wealth with the hungry birds. And then in your present situation, in your past, you have the Nine of Wands in the upright. And if I can do that other thing tonight, it won't be till like 10:30 or 11. The Nine of Wands is a card of defensiveness, patience, and perseverance. It warns us to watch, wait, and proceed carefully. It's better to be cautious than to be caught off guard. The Nine of Wands shows a warrior sitting with her lion companion, surrounded by 9 torches. Although she appears to be resting, she is actually planning her next course of action, all the while aware of what is happening around her. She keeps a cautious eye in one direction, while the lion takes care of watching her back. If you hold on just for one more second, sorry, my daughter needed something. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. Okay, yeah. Did I do? Hold on a second. I'll look back. Alright, you know what? This is what we'll do. Now I did the Six of Pentacles. I'll just start with the Nine of Wands. I think that's where I was. The Nine of Wands in the upright is a card of defensiveness, patience, and perseverance. It warns us to watch, wait, and proceed carefully. It's better to be cautious than to be caught off guard. The Nine of Wands shows a warrior sitting with her wine companion, surrounded by the 9 torches. Although she appears to be resting, she is actually planning her next course of action, all the while aware of what's happening around her. She keeps cautious eye in one direction while the lion takes care to watch her back. Then in your present situation, you have the Page of Cups in the upright. The Page of Cups signifies the beginning of relationship, usually romantic or spiritual. It can also indicate a possible new birth. The page is a messenger, a sensitive soul, open to honest and heartfelt communication. It is important to be open-minded and, receptive to new opportunities. The figure in the pool of water concentrates on a cup glowing with the message that she needs to receive or convey. She reminds us to be loving, intimate, and gentle and emotional. And then in your course of action, you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse appears reversed in a spread. It can represent a slowdown in communications, business, news, or travel. The Eight of Wands reversed signifies petty announces, frustrations, and miscommunications, much like one would experience when Mercury is in retrograde. And then in your hopes and fears, you have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Hey VP, my BFF, how are you? You have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. We're doing the 4 element readings. I have done fire and water already. I'm on air. And fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And air is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The Nine of Pentacles in the upright represents someone who is self-sufficient, refined, and comfortable in her surroundings. The woman has built the life that she visualized for herself, and therefore is fulfilled and content. She resides in the flourishing garden at harmony with a wildlife she has tamed, the peacock by her side, representing a grace, refinement, and grace and refinement. And then your outcome is the Queen of Cups in the upright. Queen of Cups. I'm gonna pick one chart. Queen of Cups in the upright. The Queen of Cups in the upright, warm, sensitive, and highly emotional. She is gentle, nurturer, and empathetic caregiver. The Queen of Cups is loved by all. She is always honest and fair. She is a poetic dreamer, a warm and loving spouse, and a companionship mother to all. The Queen of Cups sits upon a rock in an inlet under the light and the full moon, surrounded by water lilies and dragonflies. In her left hand, she holds a cup, in her right, a trident staff. How are you doing today, VP? What does our air signs need to focus on? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What does our air signs need to focus on? Please looking for that. Our air signs need to focus on the Three of Wands. And this crystal is garnet in there. You have to focus on the energy you need to revise your goals. Hey, Pure Mom. Thank you for still being here. Hey, Go Donnie. How are you? I'm doing the 4 element readings, which is fire, water, and air, and earth. I am on air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. If you have missed your signs when it uploads, I am going to put the timestamps of each element in there. But what the air signs need to focus on is they have the energy to realize their goals. Let me read you this card. Plans take shape. The dynamic number of 3 donates action, and you are now ready to embark upon a challenging venture. You may intend to head into the unknown territory, and all the point sense the reality of the plan you have committed to, along with this potential pitfalls. Overall, this card messages is energy, optimism, and progress in your projects, work, and relationships. An idea you have nurtured begins to take shape. If you have travel plans, your departure date is fasting approaching. So you have the plans that to go on with what you need to do. You need to focus more on it. I really hope my phone lasts. Being bipolar. What messages do we have? Hey, Nene. How are you? What angel messages do we have for our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, please? I am still on our air sign messages. What messages do we have for all our air signs from our angels, please? What are our angel messages that we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What messages do we have for all our air signs? I'm only feeling one of these. The angel that came forward is number 41. Your thoughts are all powerful. Think positively. Your thoughts are all powerful. Think positively. Create your goal and visualize it in your mind. See your success as if it had already happened. Share it verbally with your friends. Write about it. Draw it and create it. Allow all positive thoughts to enter your mind. Wash away all doubts. Know that you create your world by the vision you hold in your mind. Create a mental image of pure and beautiful thoughts, and know that your angels are adding the highest energy to your own. Hold on 1 second. Let's stand up for a minute. Okay. What messages do we have from our moonologies? For our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What messages do we have for all our air signs, please and thank you? What messages do we have for all our air signs? Hey, Kanisha, how are you? I'm on the 4 element readings for our mid-month. I am on the air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. I have done fire and water. What messages do we have for all air signs, please and thank you? And like I told everybody else, once this is uploaded, I will have the timestamps for all the different elements in there. What messages do we have for all our air signs? I'm not buffering, am I? Hey Tina, how are you? Okay, thank you. Said I was on my phone. Phone is awfully hot too. I'm just not, from this point on, I'm just gonna have to kind of like get closer to the screen to read the messages. My phone is super hot right now. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Please and thank you. So if you see that I'm like squinting or something, I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing fine, Tanisha. What messages do we have for all our air signs? But if you see me like squint and get closer to my laptop, that means I'm trying to read the messages. What messages do we have for all the air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. What are the messages we have? Your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon. First quarter moon. Okay. That's not first. First quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face and hurl with confidence what you actually think is possible. If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you securely already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move forward. Will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true for you, so believe in yourself. I'm committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. Hey Thomas, how are you? What butterfly messages do we have for our air signs? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And if you just joined us, I am doing the 4 element readings. I am on our air signs. I have done fire and water already. So once it uploads, you can watch whatever sign you are. And I will try to get the timestamps in there as soon as I can. What messages do we have for all our signs, or for all our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, about their situation? What messages do we have from the butterflies for all our air signs? What messages do we have? Messages do we have for all the air signs, please and thank you. Going with courage. For some reason, courage and change your mind. It's coming out for our air signs for our butterfly messages. Normally I try to only do one card, but sometimes I do pull more than one if I'm feeling something needs to be said or a message needs to go to somebody. I never know who the message is for, but I always feel that the card needs to be shown for whatever reason. Card Courage came out. Your card reminds you that you do have the courage to make this change. Everything you've been through in life has taught you how to cope and be strong in the face of the unknown. You've learned that being positive and having faith are necessary tools to overcome fear or disappointment. Take this change 1 minute at a time. Try not to look too far down the road, especially if attempting to predict the future brings up anxiety for you. After all, you can plan for the future, but you can only take charge of this present moment. So take positive action steps today toward your desired outcome, and know that you will have everything you need in each moment that follows. Facing your fears, stepping into a leadership position, breaking out of your comfort zone, and assertiveness. And then the second butterfly card that's coming out is changing your mind. Changing your mind. This card means that you changed your mind about a previous decision that you're struggling with. The possible repercussions, maybe you're worried about what other people may think, or whether you or another will suffer consequences due to your second thoughts. You know more now than you were made original decision. Perhaps you could have uncovered this information with a little more investigation. Nonetheless, the circumstances unfold as they did for your higher purpose. Learn from a former action so that in the future you take your time doing research prior to making a decision. In the meantime, know that changing one's mind is an opportunity. Changing one's mind is an option for all of us. Leaving a relationship, regarding a purchase, quitting a job, deciding not to accept an offer, staying home rather than attending an event. And those were our butterfly messages for our air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, Nini. Hey, Karina. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name incorrectly. Thank you, Nini. Hot in here. What butterfly messages do we have for all our air signs, please? Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. What messages do we have for all our air signs? Libra, Aquarius. Not feeling you. I'm just going to go with a star. I think that's how you pronounce it. I wasn't feeling the other one. Is star boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. A sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there is a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired guilty and resentful when helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're just injecting poisoning energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that a healthy behavior to teach to others. You're giving too much, becoming more assertive. Don't do things out of guilt or obligation. And the card is sticking to my arm. And that was our messages for our Libras for mid-month of June. And like I said before, thank you, Pure Healer, for whatever did not resonate with you guys. You can just toss into the trash and just take in what did. And I have the hiccups a little bit. I apologize. I'm also mighty hungry. Ooh. Back. Okay, we're on to the last one, which is Earth. Which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. This deck right over here. We're done with that. And what messages do we have for all our Earth signs? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for other earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos, please. What's going on with our earth signs? The Seven of Swords and the upright. This deck I'm only going to do upright because there's no really description on the book in these cards for the reversed version of them. But we have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Swords for our past. Feel that you're walking away from something, possibly. What other messages do we have for all our earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. What is the present situation for all the earth signs, please? The Eight of Wands and the upright. What is the course of action for all our earth signs? Thought I saw something flip over. I guess not. What messages do we have for all our earth signs? What is the course of action? The course of action is the Prince of Pentacles and the upright. What are the hopes and fears of our earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. What is the hopes and fears of our earth signs? What's the hopes and fears of our earth signs? Please and thank you. The hopes and fear is a Lover's card. You fear that you're not going to have a strong, loving relationship with somebody, but you're hoping for that. What is the outcome for all our signs, or for our earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos, please. What is the outcome for our earth signs? What is the outcome? The Princess of Swords is your outcome. Yeah, in your past, you've walked away from something. That's what I'm getting with the Seven of Swords. And now you're fearing that you're not going to find your soulmate. What is the overall energy for our earth signs? What is the overall energy? 5, 1. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Hey Francis, how are you? I had to step away for a minute. Hey Tina. Thank you, I appreciate you. I'm doing okay, Francis. How are you? What is the overall energy for our earth signs, please and thank you? I'm sorry for all the interruptions that I've had. 5. We were doing. Two. I'm hungry. Three. 4. And 5. Overall energy is a Chariot, and is a Chariot for you for all the earth signs. I'm gonna stand up for a second. Um I'm feeling that you guys are on a journey right now. I agree, Francis. It's getting out of control, too. With the Chariot, I'm feeling that you guys are on a journey right now. Like I said, in the past, you've walked away from something. I hate when I get distracted, though. The overall energy is the Chariot. Hold on one second. Let me see what this is about. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Okay. The Chariot. There's two major arcanas in this reading. One's the Chariot and the other one's the Lovers. The Chariot is a man is in his chariot. He pulls by two fast horses, meaning triumph, mental and physical balance, commitment, dynamic expressions, hard work, obstacles, and failure. In the past, you have the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Keep wanting to say upright, but I'm only going to do these cards in upright. I forget. Because I'm getting hungry. The Seven of Swords is a full moon night. A woman walks into the unknown. Seven of Swords disappears in the sand, meaning unless uselessness, attempt, vain, effort. Excuse me. Okay. Try this again. Seven of Swords. On a full moon, a woman walks into the unknown. Seven swords disappears into the sand, meaning uselessness, attempt, vain, effort, innocent, behavior, tolerance, unclear, intention, advice, the own way, consciously defining a goal. But with the being that the like I was saying, being that the person has a back to you, I felt like you walked away from something. This is what I'm also getting with this card. And that you're on your journey to somewhere. with the Chariot. And whatever's not resonating with you guys, you can just toss into the trash and just take in what does. But this is just what I'm getting from these cards. Oh. Right. Wands. Wands. The Eight of Wands. A young man jumps up high, meaning swiftness, movement, activity, enthusiasm, new solution, haste, serious problems, doubt, and remorse. Excuse my dog for barking. And then we have the Prince of Pentacles for your course of action. The Prince of Pentacles is self-confident young man. There's a bull on a cliff behind him, meaning perseverant, attentive, reliable, ready to help, solid, true, methodical, practical, patient, intolerant, stubborn, limited to miraculous. And then you have the Lovers, and for your hopes and fears, like I said, you're fearing that you're not going to find the true soulmate that you're looking for. Because the Lovers, two lovers surrounded by birds and flowers, stand at a shore of the lake, meaning union, love, blend. Sorry. Opposition, contrary understanding of cosmetic dance, hormone, discernment, decisions, temptation, and doubt. And then your outcome is the Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is a charming young woman with a sword that emerges from a flower, meaning conscious, skillful, practical abilities, observing, powerful, serious, severe, trickery, frivolous, vulnerable, and aggressive. And once again, I do apologize for my stomach grumbling. Can't read that. Hold on. What do our earth signs need to focus on? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. What do our earth signs need to focus on today? What do our air signs? Sorry. What do our earth signs need to focus on What does our earth signs need to focus on? What does our earth signs need to focus more on? What do our earth signs need to focus more on? What do our earth signs need to focus more on? Please and thank you. The Ten of Pentacles. The stone that came out for it is malachite. I celebrate everything I achieved. Oops, I need Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Fulfillment, success, well-deserved financial and emotional security. This card often arises in readings to show forming even deeper bonds with those close to you and enjoying a stable, productive financial phase. It may mean, for example, extending your home, growing an established business, getting married, or benefiting from other rewarding, lasting personal or professional partnerships. The 10 can also show love and helps between the generations. So you may give and receive money within your family or other close networks and benefit from those support and support and advice. So you need to focus more on, or earth signs need to focus more on celebrating everything you achieve. I'm getting it's well deserved financially and emotional security. You need to form a deeper bond with those close to you, is what I'm also getting. Excuse my dog barking in the background. And yes, to answer your question, Francis, I do believe that. Maybe it's a sign that the cat is trying to tell you something. What that would be, I can't necessarily tell you that because I don't know. But if you want a personal reading, I could do that for you. All you'd have to do is email me, and that's in my About Me page, or and I could do a reading on it for you. Or if you have an IG, you could also send me a message on IG. What messages do we have from our angels for earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos, please? And I could do a reading about it and see if something can come out of that reading for some answers. What messages do we have for our earth signs about the situation? Be ready for new beginnings. Number 28 is what came out for our earth signs. Be ready for new beginnings. Be ready for a change in your life. When life takes new twists and turns, it opens up to exciting possibilities. What changes are coming up in your life? Don't be afraid of new adventures. Never worry that you have to face things on your own. We, your angels, are simply waiting to be asked. Look ahead along your path. See that we are already waiting for you higher up the path. What moon messages do we have for our earth signs? For Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos? What messages do we have from our moon? What moon messages do we have for all our earth signs about this situation? What moon messages do we have for all our earth signs? Please and thank you. What moon messages do we have? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Maybe some of you are feeling right now that some of you are not good enough. I don't know. But full moon in Virgo says you are good enough. It is time to be really honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your questions. Have you been humble to the point of being self-efficient? Humility is good, but it can go too far. For drawing this card suggests you may be understanding yourself. You don't have to flash just quickly, certain that you are good enough. At the other's end of the scale, you also need to be honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon and Virgo card, some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Worry too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. What butterfly messages do we have for all our earth signs, please, about their situation? What messages do we have from our butterflies? What messages do we have? No. What messages do we have for our earth signs, please, and thank you. Sentimental feelings is what I'm getting. Excuse me 1 minute so I can see what she's whining about. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sentimental feelings. There's something from your past that is attracting your attention. This card is asking you to explore old and deep feelings as a way of opening a healing your heart. Perhaps you've located an item that brings back memories. Use those memories and feelings as a pathway to explore emotions you may not have processed. Hold on. Okay, I'm back for definite. Sorry about that. The butterfly message is sentimental feelings. There's something from the past that is attracting your attention. This card is asking you to explore old and deep feelings as a way of opening and healing your heart. Perhaps you've located an item that brings back memories. Use those memories and feelings as a pathway to explore emotions you may not have processed previously. Now is the perfect time to work on unhealed situations from the past so that you can resolve them and move on. Having guidance from the therapist or support group can help you face feelings that seemingly intimidating and limitingly. You will come to recognize that there was nothing to fear at all. This process will lead you to let go of heavy weights you didn't realize you were carrying so that you can enjoy your life and move forward fearlessly. Recovering a lost sentimental object, creating a scrapbook, writing your memories, paying tribute to a loved one. collecting vintage items. Can you guys hear my daughter's TV? What messages do we have for our Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos about our situation, please? Okay, good. Thank you, Tina. What messages do we have for our Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos? I just didn't want to get a copyright, so if you did, I was going to have to end up making this silent or something. Abundant chi. Abundant. Is that what I'm pronouncing? Abundant chi. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You are very powerful, and I am here to support you, your growing power. It's right for you to receive this help as we function as a team. I've heard your prayers, worries, and affirmations. I'm pouring my correspondence of prosperity upon you now. So expect unforeseen windfalls of gifts. Notice the new ideas, feelings, and visions within you. This guidance gives you clear direction about actions to take in conjunction with my assistance together. We're unstoppable. Be open to receiving. A new windfall of money is coming to you. You have nothing to worry about. Your new venture will be financially successful. Visualize and affirm abundance. Abundance comes to you in many ways, including extra time, support, and ideas. And that was our Earth messages for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos for our mid-month messages. If you feel the need to donate, it's not you don't necessarily have to do so, but you can do so by Cash App or PayPal. It will be in the description. It is in the description of the video. And like I said, I will have timestamps up for each element for the readings, so you can just go rewatch the replay for each sign. And if you'd like this message, please like, share, and if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. And I will try to come back tonight, if possible, to do the personal readings, the free personal readings on here. I will have a set of rules on there for everybody, and I do hope that they will follow them. And it would be in the description of the video when I do the reading. Let's see. I am going to try to I'm not waiting on these angel cards anymore for the love reading. I'm just going to say forget it. They're probably lost in the mail somewhere. Because I ordered them in April. And they should have been here by now. But they haven't shown up. And there is no tracking them on Amazon for some reason. So tomorrow I will try to do his side reading for all our signs for June, since I haven't done that yet. And I will also start recording the rest of the zodiac signs for this month for the readings. I can tell you who I've done and who I haven't in just a second once I find my list. So I've done Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. The next one's going to be Leo, and then Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, and Capricorn will be the very last one. I will, in a couple of days, possibly do a 3-month messages, because I know I haven't done one of those in a while. I want to try to get my premieres every day at 4 p.m. But so far I have failed on that. And I want to try to go live by 10 o'clock, so I'm not up for like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, but we'll see. I'm trying to be more consistent. And like I said, if you guys like this message, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I hope everybody has a nice night. Good night.